What's up, creeps? It's Jason, aka the Pope of Pain. I'm here with Riley from Rigor Mortis Mask, and we're ready for another Mask Morgue. That's right, we're back, and we're talking. We're melting over here.
Yeah,
we're melting as the camera goes right on. Oh, yeah, back to us again. I was like, it was cool. Showing the actual melting man that we're talking about today. So yes, for those who are tuning in for the first time, welcome. We do a semi-regular show here.
we try and make it weekly, but sometimes it's every 2 weeks.
We did take 2 weeks off
because we're prepping for a pretty big event.
We have actually a huge event. We have our Christmas to Dismember. If you're watching this in real time, November 30th, Mesa Convention Center, come down and fucking party with us.
Have a good time.
It's gonna be a good time. Yeah. But today we're going to talk about a kick-ass mask that just came in, right? And I'm like shocked. Look at this thing. It is the Melting Man.
Yeah.
From 976 Studios?
Masks.
Yeah. I like Studios.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys have to change that. Anyway, all right. So, but 976 masks, and this thing is holy shit. It's bringing me back to my street trash days, friend, man.
Our friend Joe and Francis, who made this, Joe's favorite film is actually Street Trash. So a lot of the masks they've done in their most recent line were very inspired by that.
Which I can tell. And
one of the best movies.
Yeah, for those who haven't seen Street Trash, it's an 1987, I believe, film, 87. And it's all New York horror, man. But it's like most wildest, colorful, weird type of I don't even know how to explain this damn movie.
If you show someone this movie, they're just not gonna know what to do.
It's basically about a liquor store that finds a case of Viper wine, and it's like $1 wine, right? And this wine, when you drink it, it basically melts your body into this incredible, colorful. There's like no blood. It's just like it's
rainbow vomit.
Yeah, rainbow vomit. It's and amazing, actually. That's a great way to say it.
Tenafly Viper.
Yeah, and so it's the funnest ass movie you've ever seen in your life. First off, it's kind of a dark comedy.
Yeah, not really even a horror movie.
I wouldn't even say horror at all.
Yeah.
You know,
it reminds me very Trauma-esque, and I remember the first time realizing this movie wasn't Trauma, my mind was blown.
How did Lloyd Kaufman let this get by?
I don't know. I'm surprised he didn't buy it. You know,
I know. That's what I'm talking too.
Very kind of like Class of Nukem High-esque. You know what I mean?
100%. Same time frame and all that stuff. So, and then when I saw this mask that you got here, the Melting Man, first thing I thought was Street Trash.
Yeah.
I was like, no fucking way. This is great, man. And you don't ever see never see a mask of Street Trash.
I've seen one ever.
Have you really?
Yeah. Maybe we'll have it on here sometime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, but
we'll make it happen.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is what it reminds me of. But yeah, let's get into this mask.
If we get 3 views, we'll get a Street Trash mask on the channel.
What? Holy shit! Okay,
hey, we're making promises here.
So, all right, talk to me about this mask, man. Because this is I'm new to 976 mask, right? In fact, it was within the last month or two if I actually heard about them, right?
Yeah.
But now I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
I follow them. I'm all over. I everything they do, I'm watching, man. And we're starting to slowly collect a lot of their stuff here, man.
Yeah.
So let's talk, man. What do we got here?
Yeah. So my 2 friends, Francis and Joe, they're from Canada, and that's where this fella came from. After Halloween, they posted it. They were selling some of their personal paint jobs on some of their masks, and I had been eyeballing this one since they painted it up. And they actually were willing to sell it, but it was like a package deal with a giant bloated shock monster. But I just wanted this one in particular.
Yeah.
I mean, both of them are amazing, but I mean, their masks are very large. I don't know if you guys can tell. I only have room for about a few of them. So I was like,
do this, man.
Yeah, we'll put a water bottle next to it.
A bottle of water here, and
it's a massive mask.
Look at that.
It's like the size of like a 5-gallon Home Depot bucket.
That is insane. That thing is huge. Okay.
And it's kind of become their trademark is just making oversized masks, you know?
Yeah.
And this one was very inspired by, obviously, the Topstone Melting Man and the VXX Daryl Vidari Melting Man, which is also based on the Topstone Melting Man. But this is a very, this is a color explosion. It's very Street Trash-esque. What's cool is Joe will draw out these characters. Francis will sculpt them. And then Joe will paint them. So it's pretty cool. It's a collaborative effort.
I love that. It's a team effort on this stuff, right? You know, because sometimes like you get in just whatever different shops, and you got different styles of people and all that stuff. But when you start combining them, man, we're getting some really
Two
good
heads
stuff.
Are better than one, you know.
Yeah, and
this
great
team
stuff.
kills it, and Yeah, every time they do a mask, it's pretty much a one-off because everything they do is pretty much a one-off paint scheme, and it's part of what they call their Neon Maniacs line, which was all very like melty zombie.
I love it.
Like I don't know how else to describe it. It's very. I just feel street trash when I look at them. They did like a big mohawk skull. They did a bloated shock monster. They did this guy. They did do his brain and his eyeball hanging out. You know, it's just always you never know what you're gonna see from Joe and Francis, and that's why I love their work. Is because whenever I show my friends their masks, they're just like, "Holy shit, this is incredible!" You know, they everyone wants pictures of them. Everyone wants to hold them. You know, it's just such an eye-catching piece, and that's why I love their work.
Yeah,
so,
and we've had this in the shop for 2 days, and
I've probably gotten more comments on this mask than anything that I brought in.
It's like a beacon as soon as you come in the store, and granted, we got a lot of stuff in our store, but as soon as you see this, people are like, okay, what the hell? And they immediately go over to it, which is awesome.
Even Gina, because Gina, like,
not
Gina
in
the mask
the real
or
owner of
anything,
this place,
and she saw it the other day, and she's like, whoa, let me take a picture, and let me show Jason, you know?
Yeah, it was so cool.
But
I like that they use, like, you know, you got half a head of hair, right?
Yeah.
But it's that yarn style.
Like wool almost.
Well, kind of like Devil's Workshop uses a lot of that hair, right?
Very
Which
fluffy.
is and I love that. I don't know what it is about that type of hair on a mask. It's
cotton
really
candy.
It is cotton candy.
That's what it feels like at least.
It looks cool, and they did a little two-tone piece of it, so almost like he's a grain side of it or whatever, but double blues on it. But I you know, when I'm looking at this, I love the mouth, man. The mouth is like the grossest shit you've ever seen in your life, man.
Yeah, we'll get some up close shots on there. There's some epoxy drippage.
Yeah, the goo, and that's where I was like, okay, immediately I thought street trash because, like I said, that's the stuff when you know street trash. I don't think there was any blood. I think it's just all colorways, right?
Yeah, it's
blues,
all just ooze,
yellows,
you know?
and greens, and just gross as hell, man. And so I picked up, so I got to spend a lot of time with this mask here in the studio looking at it, and man, the sculpt is really good, really freaking good,
and it's just huge too. It's like, it's all around just an eye-catching piece, and I couldn't say enough things about it. It's like if Topstone, which, you know, we love Topstone, and Street Trash had a baby almost.
Oh, right?
How could that not touch our hearts?
That's a win.
That's both some of our favorites, you know? So,
I dig it.
Nothing but praise for these guys.
All right, so let's talk. We always talk price, man. And, you know, oversized mask, a lot of stuff going on in this mask. It don't look cheap. I'm just going to throw it out there, man. So, what would someone pay for this mask? Because once again, we all know Riley gets his deals, man. But what would a guy like me right off the street? I want to buy one of these
off the street trash.
Yeah, off the street trash. Ooh, how about that?
It's funny. You'd think a piece like this would be insanely priced, but it was actually very reasonably priced. I believe I got this for $250 or $300.
Oh wow!
But you also got to, if you live here, you got to tack on that shipping and whatnot.
Sure.
They're in Canada, so But yeah, I mean, $300 or something like this is absolutely incredible. I plan on picking up more things. I need to knock some walls down in my house so I have more mask rooms, you know.
Well, and Riley made a big. He went and kind of wiped me out on my own personal shit.
I had to have some of them back, you know.
So he asked,
hey, you got some space for some 976 pieces?
I do. So it's time for me to go shopping.
I think so.
I'm excited.
Your pocket's full and your walls are empty.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
walls. I said walls, not
not okay. Wow,
anyway. wrong podcast.
So there you guys go. The Melting Man 976 mask. Go guys on Instagram. I'm sure I'll pop up their little at on here and all that.
And Francis O'Donohue. We'll
and
put
Francis O'Donohue, as well.
The team effort.
Yeah. So an amazing piece, man. Another one that I'm stoked to have here to check out on the Mask Morgue. So
absolutely.
So there you go. So and even though normally we do this in the summer because that's when we normally melt here, it is winter.
Yeah.
And that's when we're going to close the Mask Morgue doors.